What's up guys, Aidan O'Brien back with a brand new video, and today I'm talking about why your brain doesn't care if you're happy and how to change it. Now you might have heard this before, maybe it's brand new information to you, but it's very, very important. A lot of people just allow themselves to feel down. They don't even question why they feel down or why they're frustrated, why they're angry. They just don't understand it. You just expect things to work out. They expect themselves to be happy, and they say, when they wake up every day, they're either happy or they're not. But what they don't realize is your brain doesn't actually care if you're happy or not. We've evolved over millions of years to have a brain that cares about, number one, safety, survival. Okay, that's what it cares about. How can it keep us safe? It's always looking for risk. And the second thing is about the conservation of energy, which again links back to our survival, okay? How to conserve energy. That's why we have all these pathways, okay? They're ultimately habits, okay? These programs that are running, which are on automatic. There's so much going on that is subconscious or even unconscious within us, that you're probably not even aware of how the brain is just moving quickly through systems, quickly through programs, quickly through patterns, trying to consume the least energy possible. So there's not much energy left for focusing on creating happiness. That is up to you. That is something you have to consciously do. You have to set an intention for you to do things that make you feel happy. You have to create your state. You have to create the state in which you are in every day. And unfortunately, so much of performance, for most people is determined by how they feel. When you feel good, you do things. When you don't feel good, you don't do it. When you feel good, you feel healthy, happy, full of energy, you're in a good mood, then you'll take action on your dreams, on your business, on your career, on your fitness, on your health. But when you feel like crap, you just, you eat crap, you watch crap, you're probably speaking crap as well. So what you want to do is make this, a very, very conscious thing that first of all, you're aware. Okay, you have to become aware that when you don't feel so good, that's usually an effect to a cause you created. You made a choice, you made a decision, cause and effect, that now that the effect is you're not that happy. And it could have been something you ate. It could have been something you did. It could have been an action you took or didn't take. And, sometimes it's not an instantaneous, karma. It's not an instantaneous downer. Sometimes it comes days, weeks, months, maybe even years later. Maybe you took an action a month ago, 6 months ago, and you think, it doesn't really matter. And then you feel sad or you feel down or you're frustrated. And, you can't figure out why, but the cause was actually by that action taken 6 months ago. So you have to understand, first of all, again, your brain doesn't care if you're happy or not. It cares about survival. It cares about risk. It cares about keeping you safe. It wants to create habits, patterns, programs to conserve energy. So now that you know that, you realize, okay, I have to consciously create my happiness. And again, a common error today, because the world doesn't give a shit about your happiness. I mean, the world, your country, your government, they definitely don't care about your happiness. All these companies that we see every single day, they care about money. And money is a beautiful thing, and we should be grateful for money, and we should love money and what it can do for us, okay, and what it can do for other people. It's just an energy that serves us, okay? But we should love that, as beautiful as it is, because it allows us to experience amazing things, and that's just how the world works today. But unfortunately, these companies and these businesses, their sole focus is money and profit. Where us as humans, we're complex beings, right? We ultimately want happiness. Even you, when you think you want money, it's not actual money. Money is just paper. It's what the money will give you. Okay, it's that flight. You might want to book a holiday. It's the feeling you get when you're on that holiday, when you're living in that nice house, driving that nice car, wearing those nice clothes. It's actually that feeling of happiness we are seeking. So we need to do things that will give us happiness. And again, because these big companies don't care about your happiness, they care about profit, their job is simply to distract you. Okay, so everything, like even when you go into a supermarket, like you might go in and buy the healthiest fruits, vegetables, meats, whatever. To get to the till these days, it's like a maze. Do you notice every supermarket, it's getting longer and longer before, even if it clothes shops. You go into clothes shops now, there's all these rows you have to go through with total shit that's there that they're trying to sell you, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of these things, like, whether it's shopping, like different various types of shopping, whether it's other types of consumption, like types of like food, drinks, different things, whether it's kind of mental consumption, whether it's on TV, on Netflix, on Instagram, social media, whatever it is, all of these consumptions, whether they're physical or otherwise, they tend to be pleasure more than happiness. Okay, so we're addicted to these dopamine hits now. Everything we do, whether it's people like our photos, people comment on our photos, our channel gets loads of views, whether we go shopping, we buy things, whether we consume things, whether we do things physically, that these tend to be short-term pleasures, okay? It's not actually our happiness. So if you want to truly be happy, you have to look for what's, the real you, the inner you. So again, awareness is such a critical part. You have to be very aware. You have to ask yourself new questions to find out what makes you happy, like what makes you fulfilled, content, not just this short-term pleasure. And the more aware you become, you'll start to identify what's really just pleasure for you and what's real happiness. Sometimes you might crave ice cream. I know I love a Magnum white tub. That's my week. I love that. And you think, ooh, that'd be nice. Like that's just a short-term pleasure. It's not going to make you happy. It makes you happy for a couple of minutes, okay? Or in my case, seconds. I inhale that thing, okay? Or these big bars of Galaxy chocolate if you're in Ireland or the UK, and these Galaxy bars. Not in America, because in America it's not the same. It has the label, but it's different chocolate, we know. But this Galaxy to share, that always made me laugh. That was a hilarious joke that I could share that bar, which never happened because also I inhaled that. Anyway, I digress. But these things, again, are pleasures, and then you go to alcohol, drugs, pornography, all these things, crazy spending money on different things. It's all consumption for pleasure. It's not actually giving us happiness. Now, certain things, like even, material things, they can ultimately make you happy because they can, signal, or they could mean something of, fulfillment to you based on what you've achieved. So let's say you work really hard to make yourself successful or to get the job or to become a successful business person, entrepreneur, and then you got to buy this material thing. It's not just a material thing that makes you happy, but also the association with knowing how hard you had to work, what you had to overcome. So there is happiness in that. But again, it's not really long-term. After a while, after 6 months, it's like, okay, well, now what? So you have to be very careful. You have to be very aware of what's making you happy and what's just giving you pleasure. Okay, so again, just having this conversation now with yourself, having this awareness is going to give you so much more clarity. And my message today basically is to ask yourself, is it understanding, first of all, your brain doesn't care about being happy. And the second thing is asking yourself, what makes me happy? What makes me fulfilled? What truly gives me happiness? And when you're really happy, you don't actually want for anything else. When you're doing something you love, when you're with someone you love, when you're, in pursuit of something you love. Okay, so like when you're chasing your dream or you're, you're using your gift to build your future, that's happiness also. You're living your purpose, you're living your truth, you're in alignment. That's real happiness. When you're actually servicing other people, when you're being of service to other people, that's actual happiness. And that, like when you get a gift on Christmas, for example, or your birthday, you love it, right? It feels great. But what's actually a better feeling is when you give someone else a gift and you see their face. Like how many of you, leave it in the comments if you're with me on that one. Okay, if you agree, when you give someone else a gift, especially a thoughtful one, and you see, and even before you give it, like you're anticipating their reaction, and then you get it, and then afterwards you're remembering their reaction. Okay, so the service of others, when you can bring value to other people, you can help other people, even if it's not buying a gift, but it's just giving them time. Some of the best gifts you can give someone is giving them your time, your attention. That will make you happy as well, So that's just a couple of things. I hope you got some value. It's a quick video. I wanted to really just expand your awareness on this. And again, bringing back that intention. I always say commit to living, #commit to living. That's what true living is, finding that happiness and living that. So if you got some value, leave a like, leave a comment. I love when you comment. A lot of people send me messages that go on my Instagram at Aidan O'Brien Official. And, I'd love to hear how it affects you. Leave it in the comments as well, what you got from this video, what makes you happy. I'd love to know what makes you happy. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? We're growing after 14 years of speaking on stage. I'm finally putting stuff on YouTube consistently. So support the channel, make sure you hit subscribe. Follow me on Instagram as well, you can. And if you're interested in coaching or mentoring by myself, I have group programs. I work one-to-one with people. You'll see in the description below how you can book a call with me directly. So that's it for today. I hope you got some value. I hope you find your happiness. That should be your goal every single day, is to find out what makes you happy, because the rest will take care of itself. Peace.